Welcome to Unpacking the Backpack, where we dive into the intricacies of education, pulling out those threads of wisdom that make learning more effective, engaging, and tailored to our innate capabilities. I'm your host, and today we're unraveling a topic close to many educators' and learners' hearts: why choice in learning matters. Imagine being in a situation where you're instructed to do something in a way that just doesn't sit right with you. It's like wearing a shoe that's too tight, uncomfortable, and frankly, frustrating. This scenario isn't too far removed from the traditional classroom setting where students are often pushed down a singular path of learning. But here's a thought. What if educators could flex the learning environment to fit the student, not the other way around? Choice in learning isn't just a fancy educational trend. It's a foundational element that honors each student's uniqueness. When students have the autonomy to guide their learning journey, they're not just passive recipients of information, they become active constructors of knowledge. This empowerment leads to increased engagement, a deeper connection to the material, and a boldness in their creative and critical thinking abilities. Think of it this way. A student interested in marine biology might struggle to engage with a generic science textbook. However, give them the option to explore the subject through interactive websites, documentaries, or hands-on projects, and watch their enthusiasm bubble up like a geyser. This type of personalized learning acknowledges that while our destination might be the same, the paths we take can, and perhaps should, vary greatly. Let's consider practical ways educators can introduce choice into the classroom, from setting personalized goals, selecting materials that resonate, to choosing the format of their outputs. It could be as simple as giving students options on how to demonstrate their understanding of a topic, maybe through a traditional essay, a digital presentation, or even an artistic representation. By diversifying the tools and methods for learning and assessment, we cater to different learning styles and preferences, fostering a sense of ownership and intrinsic motivation in students. But implementing choice doesn't mean anarchy. It means creating a structured yet flexible learning ecosystem where expectations are clear but paths are manifold. It's about guiding students through the process of making informed decisions and holding them accountable for their learning journey. And yes, it involves a bit more effort up front. However, the payoff, seeing students engaged, confident, and thriving, is immeasurable. To educators listening out there, start small. Be clear about your goals, offer a variety of choices, and be open to feedback. Celebrate the choices your students make and share your successes and challenges with your peers. Remember, embracing choice in learning isn't just about improving educational outcomes. It's about preparing our students for a world where adaptability, critical thinking, and personal agency are paramount. I encourage you to give choice a chance in your educational practice. Experiment, observe, and adjust. After all, at the heart of education is the belief that every student can succeed, provided we create the conditions for their success. That wraps up today's episode of Unpacking the Backpack. Let's continue to challenge the status quo in education, advocating for environments where choice and agency are not just encouraged, but are foundational. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and never stop asking why.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of Unpacking the Backpack. If you did not know, I'm producing the beginning parts of this podcast using a tool called Leap AI. It's an AI tool that is able to transform blog posts I've written over the years into a podcast. Today we dove into choice, a high agency strategy that can personalize learning. Personalization, as my co-author Nikki Slaw and I define it, is all students getting what they need when and where they need it to learn. There is no best or right way to personalize. When it comes to choice, you could use choice boards where students choose a number of tasks. You could do must do, may do. With must do tasks, students have to do that task, and then may do are opportunities to really provide extension opportunities. You can also utilize playlists where students select the order of their tasks. While students are working in class, this is the opportunity for the teacher to use a valid data source Whether it's common formative assessments, benchmarks, or many adaptive learning tools such as iReady, iExcel, Waggle, Read 180, and use that data to pull students for one-on-one Tier 3 support. You could also leverage tools such as Magic School, School AI, Chat GPT, and Google Gemini to create your own choice activities. Make sure all tasks are aligned to standards. A timer is used to help students self-regulate. And most importantly, after every choice activity, provide a 3-question scaffolded formative assessment for students to engage in because teachers do not have time to go and grade every task. As teachers, you can control one thing and one thing only: how you leverage the time in class to support your learners. Administrators, you can make the time to provide your teachers valuable feedback so they can improve their personalized practices. Recently, my co-author Nikki Slaw and I published a book titled Personalize: Meeting the Needs of All Learners. Be sure to check that out today on Amazon. Until next time, here on Unpacking the Backpack, keep making a difference in the lives of students.